Hello again, Double Talk 73 here, the fisherman's friend. What I'm going to try to show you today is how to fish at White Moose Lake in Canada and use different baits. We're going to use 4 different baits. So let me show you what we're going to be using. I like to use my down rods, as y'all probably know by now. But anyhow, we're going to use down rods and a crank and a bobber. But the 3 down rods are all going to be the same. The 10-2 heavy chaser, Leviathan 10,000, 025 fluoro, 8-ounce sinker, 02 monoliter, 4-aught hook, spawn sack. The second one, everything's going to be the same, except we're going to use shrimp as a bait. Now, you know, this is most people use shiners here. So there was a gentleman fishing here. His name is GLOCKBLOck, and we were trying some different things. And he says he likes shrimp and spawn sack, and I tried some other stuff, and we're just going to have some fun. Then we're going to have 1 large minnow. Okay, now you're like this. This is unreal. I have a few of brown trout eggs left over from the mission, and the fish seem to like them. And I'll fish with that a minute. And then when things slow down, 30 to 45 minutes on this 9 o'clock peak that we're going to be fishing, that's about it. And it seems like they just go to nothing. But I throw out this crank when there's nothing going on. I've tried an 8-foot and 23 feet. They both work. The 23 feet got me a UNIS lake trout. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be spawning in here at the only place that's available. And let me turn my light on so you can see what we're doing. I've already got my rod stand down. Okay, let me show you. We are at excuse me, 9 p.m. on this double peak, and we've got 4 of them in a row. Now, if you've got 3 down rods, 4 down rods, and the float rig, you can make $9,000 or $10,000 in that 35 or 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And then you can extend and do it again and do it again and do it again. So you're not fishing very long, and it only costs $1,000 to extend on this lake. So you wind up coming out ahead. So let's see what we can do. And we're going to cast just out in this area, about 130, 135 feet, anywhere's out in there really. And whatever comes up is what comes up. I don't have any markers set. And one thing I have been getting is a lot of false readings of off the rod holder. That's okay. I wait till the lines take off before I do anything anyhow. That's the safest way. Okay. Now you see there? That happens a lot. And I don't know why. Because there's nothing on the, it gets hung up before it even gets to the bottom of the lake. Crazy, but that's just the game. Just deal with it. And when it starts happening fast. So you need to learn how to change rods, and the way you do that is you do a shift, and then whatever rod number you're using on, you stop reeling, do a shift like I'm doing number 1, pick up number 1, and go after rod number 2. I do a shift number 1, stop reeling, and it'll replace that rod back on a rod stand. Okay, we got a fish on, looks like. It's a burbot. That's my guess. And rod number 2 is now hung up. See, it's I don't know why. It just seems to get hung up out there a lot. I wonder if that has something to do with the mission that's still going on, where people are wanting to drag uh, stuff in so they can get the shells to go after the monster, the voodoo fish here. I don't know, but it sure hangs up a lot. But anyhow, we're going to do the best we can. I'm going to fish here until this time period's up, and then I'm going to go over to another spot, continue on this video, the next peak, and let's go ahead and see if we can get this out here. Another location. Then I had another gentleman in the comments ask me if I would start showing you all the GPS locations for the markers, which might make it easier. Excuse me. So that's what I'm going to do too. And over there at the other location, they really, really like these brown trout eggs. So I thought I'd throw one out there and see what happens. Okay. Like I say, when there's nothing happening, I'll throw this crank at there, because I can always let it put on a rod stand. If you like my video, hit that subscribe button down there. I'd really appreciate that. This is the 23-foot night crank. We bring it in at 1 speed. And it takes just about right now, or a little after. It's when things should start happening, I hope, or I'm wasting my time showing you this. Patience. Patience, practice, and persistence. PPP. And that might be it. So lake trout might be a trophy. They hit hard. But it's not staying up towards the top. A salmon. Cool. They hit hard too. If you'll remember this, if you're out in your boat at night and at the Christmas event and you want to catch the furry salmon and let them pull your boat around, there's a good reward for that. I think you have to let it pull you 1,500 feet. But you want to be cranking this while somebody at the Christmas event, if it's like last year, you have to be cranking this and catch one while the fireworks are going off. Just something to give you a heads up for what might be coming. And now you know at night this 23-foot crank, the 8-foot crank also will catch the salmon, the furry salmon too. Well, we're not getting a lot of action right now. So you know what I like to do if you watch any of my videos. Once I crank this in, I'm going to reset. I just was curious as to which one was going to get the most action, either the spawn sack shrimp or the large minnow. There's a burbot right at the pier. Okay. Now see, it was hung up and it gave me no indication. See, that's not cool in the game. Probably got a shell on it. Which if I was wanting shells, that'd be nice. So let's do our distance that I really like. It's 130 feet out towards that area. Somewhere around 130. Now, how could one be hung up? It was hung up on that fish. That's funny. That's going to be too short. Oh, only a foot short. My game's starting to jerk a little bit. It's been sitting here all day on while I was upstairs, or my wife and I were out yard selling, so it's probably my video card's a little warm. Because I verified my files earlier this day. See, there's 3 laying there hung up. Why no notification? It should. It's supposed to let us know. Oh well, I can't have everything. That's why when we don't get any action for some time, you need to find out why. See, all 3 of them were hung up. That's why there were no fish hitting. No matter what kind of bait you got there, if they're all hung up, I'm getting some nibbles now. Okay, let's get here where we can watch the line. Number 3, getting little nibbles. There it goes. Number 3. That's probably a trophy. Okay, number 1's gone. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit shift. I'm going to stop reeling, hit shift 3. You put it back on the rod stand, then I'm going to pick up number 1. So now we got a fish on with spawn sack. We got a fish on with large minnows, and they look like they're both going to be trophies, at least trophies. But I have been surprised. Here we go, nice trophy. But you'll see what I mean. If we hadn't been hung up with all the rods without it telling us, we would already be in good money. Number 3. Okay, see what we got here. That's a trophy. Unis will stay higher up, and they'll take out a little bit of line. But I'll take all trophies. We don't have to catch unis. Oop, start taking line. Trophies are worth money too. They're not caring for the shrimp. Here we go. Now we got some on the shrimp. So we're going to do shift 1 and pick up 2. Now that might be a uni. That's staying up to the top. Get back up there. Get on back up. There you go. Stay up there. Get back up there. Get back up there. Just a nice trophy. $9.45. See, it's going to slow down here now a little bit. See what we got so far. We have $4,000. So let's get our crank back out. Because we can always put it on that empty stand if we need to pick something else up. Whether we got a fish on or not, we can put it in that number 4 spot. And I like to use my space bar when I'm reeling with a crank like that. So sometimes I just take my iPhone and lay it on the space bar and let my iPhone catch fish and reel. There we go. The iPhone caught it. And it looks like a regular or a common lake trout. Maybe another salmon. but my iPhone's still reeling it. There you go, another salmon. That's money, any way you look at it. Put this down and reset these. Make sure they're not hung up. How did I get to 68 feet? I threw it out there at 130. That's funny. Crazy game. Hard for me to see that line in the dark. If I turn my light on, can't see it at all. So let's see if there's anything on too. There we go. That's with the shrimp. So you see, now you know that lake trout will bite spawn sack and shrimp besides, and large minnows and shiners. And we tried a lot of other baits, the GLOCKBLOCK and but these seem to do the best. We got trophies and unis with these three. There we go. There's a nice one. But once it gets started, it's about 30 minutes and it's done. Now, there might be another uni. They usually come in twos when the unis come. Yeah, that looks like uni. That's putting up a good fight. There we go, 37 pounder. I ain't gonna turn that away. Well, I threw that one all the way across the lake, didn't I? Okay, let's pick our crank back up, and we'll let our iPhone bring it in. See if we can catch another Atlantic salmon. They pay good for their size. Or we could catch a uni lake trout with it too. Looks like I'm the only one fishing right now. There's another boo ball. No, salmon. Is it salmon? Sure enough. Okay, let's go out where we're fishing for these others. But I appreciate the suggestion about the GPS location of marks. I'll be glad to do that. That's no problem. And GLOCKBLOCK, thank you for working with me and suggesting the different baits. They seem to work pretty decent. We should have about 7,000-8,000 in money now. I'll look when this crank comes in, because it looks like that's about the end of the bottom rods. They start, they hit hard and heavy for a while, then they just bam, fizzle out. They don't stay too much around on the peak. But there again, if you're fishing at night, once you get past that first cool down period, you can go from peak to peak, not have to use any coins. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this in. 2 getting some action. Here it is. Come on. There we go. Trophy. That'd be my guess. Now, one thing you do notice, I haven't caught any commons fishing this way. It's been all unis or trophies, which I think is most interesting. No, no, might be a good fish. Putting up a little fight. That's a nice big trophy. Okay, let's get the other rod in, number 3. Get her, pick up a rod stand. Okay, turn the light on. We're going to go get in the boat. Now, whether you got a kayak or a Zodiac or whatever, this gets loud, I'm sorry. I won't run it too loud. We're going to go head over towards this campfire that's to the left. Go by a bunch of these markers. Drop anchor. See if it'll let us go ashore. Oops. There we go. Okay, now, see, it's cold. What is it? How many degrees is it out there? The air temperature is 19 degrees. That's pretty cool. So, the nice thing about over here is we're going to have our back to the campfire, and that keep us warm. Help keep us warm. Okay, the mark that we're going to be aiming at is this one right here. And you see the GPS location of that is minus 70.5 plus 29.24. That's 70 minutes, 0.50 seconds. 29 minutes, 24 seconds. Now, cloudy 9 p.m. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that, because if you look at our weather, that's what he's talking about, the beginning of a cloudy day. So then it goes into partly cloudy at that 9 o'clock. See the half a crescent moon? Okay. So now, we fished, what, 20 minutes, I guess, at that other location. We've got $9,500 worth of fish. Almost, $9,500. So if we advance, we're $8,500 hit. Trip's paid for. So what we're going to do, we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. Press my I key. Okay. Get ready with rod number 1. So now I'm going to advance time to 9 o'clock the next night. See, it's $1,000 to advance. We made $9,500, so we're $8,500 to the good. And I'm going to use the same 3 baits here, except I am going to throw the bobber out. You hear the fire behind us? I'm going to put the rod in. You see it on my hand? It's keeping us nice and warm. Okay. Now let's put our brown trout egg, brown trout eggs out there and see what happens. Didn't take long, did it? There again, that's with a shrimp. Put up a fight, fish. Put up a fight. Thank you. My bobber's gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do number 3 first. Pick up 3. Set that hook. Then I'm going to do it. Let everything go shift 3. Then I'm going to pick up number 5, the bobber. That's the brown trout eggs. Now that's probably, might be a burbot. We'll find out. It's a small fish. But you can catch, oh, it's a brook trout. There we go. Of course it'd be a brook trout. Okay, number 3. Okay, I'm going to do it. Let go, shift 3. Pick up number 2. Oops, nothing there. Number 3. See, that was that false reading I tell you about. I've been getting a lot of those since the, with my down rods since the missions have been going on. Part of the game. Another nice trophy. Pick 2 back up. This thing, right, I think that marker is about 95 to 100 feet out. Let me turn my light on so I can see it better. There we go. $99. And I think that's a fish on 3 now, because it's been going on pretty regular. Nope. See? That's an awful false positive. I don't care for that. I have to turn my light off so I can see the line. I know better than to just rely on the sound now. Or I can wait till the tip of the rod. See, that was even hung up. Wait till the tip of the rod dips down, and then I know there's a fish on there. Yes, there we go. Now we know there's a fish on there for sure. Number 2. That's not a big one. But it's a fish. It's money. See, now that's the first common we've caught. Ooh, I kind of overcast that one. There we go. I let number 2 get hung. This is about the same way. This one lasts a little bit longer than that. But see, we started sooner. It should still go to about 9:40, 9:45. Catching fish, so we keep our bobbers from getting hung up. There we go. Easier to see that marker with my light on. Two is hung up because I overcast it and drug it back. One thing you always want to do when you come to these places, always come with plenty of bait. Buy your bait at the home map. Don't come to the lake map to buy bait. It gets expensive. Two's hung up again. They don't particularly care for the shrimp. Maybe them shrimp are crawling along the bottom, hanging it up. Wonder how deep the water. Oh, I set it down too soon. We could have found out how deep the water was out there. Number 3. You going to dip? Line not moving. There it goes. Dip, dip. See, the tip of the rod just went doo doo. Fish on. And it looks like we're the only one fishing right now. Nice fish. See how it's pulling? It might be another nice uni. 52.6 is my personal best, I believe. So anything over 50 pounds that's fantastic. Anything yellow is fantastic. Yellow is yellow. A nice trophy. We're going to fish for 30 minutes. Game time. Well, that's it right now. 30 minutes. This is at this spot over here. And what we got is we've got $6,000 roughly. Which ain't nothing to seize about. If we can catch a couple more fish, we'll be in $7,000–8,000 range. And we know it's going to slow down, so then we go ahead and time warp to the next peak, next 9 o'clock peak. Now, I've also tried this on the 11 to 1 a.m. peak. Boy, it's dead. The 2 to 5 is so-so, but nothing like the 9 o'clock start. And I haven't been able to catch anything during the day to speak of. A lot of commons. No, I haven't caught a uni yet. A couple of trophies, but with the crank I caught a lot of salmon. Cranberry grape. Let's see what we can do with a crank, just out of curiosity. We'll let the iPhone pull it in. Number 3. I'll put this down. Crank in number 3. Now we're getting just about as much action with the shrimp or the spawn sack, about equal. But it seemed like the shrimp is the one that I caught the unis on. Put the iPhone back on the space bar. But there again, if you like my video, please subscribe and leave a comment, good or bad. I'll read it, and if there's something that you think I can improve on, let me know. But all I want to do is try to help you catch more and bigger fish and have fun. Because if we're not having fun, we're on the wrong game. That's for sure. And I belong to a fishing planet, fishing club. There's a lot of people there that because of the mission are really perturbed because they don't have patience. They think you should go and be able to drag out 5 backlashes and 5 casts and then get the lure and go catch the monster fish the first cast. Doesn't happen that way. At least not for me. I have to work at it. Come on, 3, dip down. It's going to come back. I have confidence in it. There goes the line. Come on. Got to put that one down. Before I can pick up 3. There we go. There we go. Nah, looks like that might be a common. Or maybe a little trophy. 20 pounder. 21 pound. Okay. I missed it by a pound. But thanks for watching my video. I hope you picked up something that might help you. Because that's what I'm after. I want to help you be better. And for me, this is fun. So let's see what we got here. We've got $7,000. So if we go ahead and go on to the next, we can continue fishing if you want to and catch more, but it's going to be slower. Or you can go ahead and warp. See, we got one uni. Excuse me. We got one uni over here. Got two over there. A lot of nice trophies. And you can continue fishing here. Reset your lines every 5 to 7 minutes so that you keep your bait active and working. It's the way I look at it. But what I would do if it were me, I'd go ahead and bring them in and warp to the next peak, either here or off the dock. That'll get you filling your making more money faster and rotating it. That's all I got for you this time. So thanks for watching. I hope you come back again. Tight lines, good luck. God bless you and your families. And like I say, if you catch me out in the game and you want to ask questions, please do, because I'll do the best I can to answer your questions, any and all. And if I don't know the answer, I'll try to find it. If there's any video you'd like, put it on as a comment on any video, and I read my comments at least once a day, and I'll do the best I can to get it taken care of. So we got one more maybe. Nope, Minnow hung it up. Okay, so y'all come back now, you hear? Thanks again for watching.